New Year's Eve, at a packed city square, I was alone in the middle of all that noise, the kind that turns into one solid wall of sound. I'd come out to feel less lonely, but standing there, I felt even smaller. The countdown hit 0, fireworks went up, people screamed and hugged and cried, and then, through all of it, I heard someone say my name, Mina. Not a random shout, not miss or ma'am, my name, clear and close, like someone leaning in just behind my shoulder. My stomach dropped because I knew that voice, my brother. It didn't make sense. I'd talked to him about an hour earlier. He was across town at a party with friends, nowhere near the square. But the sound was so real that my brain didn't even question it. I turned fast, searching faces, scanning the crowd like he'd appear any second, grinning like he'd pulled off a surprise. Mina! Again, a little sharper this time, like he was trying to get my attention before I disappeared. I pushed through people, apologizing without making eye contact, heart picking up speed. I told myself the simplest explanation was the right one. Maybe he came. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he didn't want me to be alone. But then the voice came from a different direction. Too quickly, too cleanly, like it had moved around me. Mina, over here! My skin prickled. I stopped walking. The crowd kept flowing. But I stood still, trying to locate where it was coming from, trying to prove to myself I wasn't imagining it. That's when a woman appeared beside me, smiling like we were friends. Her hand touched my sleeve. Light, familiar, practiced. There you are, she said, still smiling. Come on, Mina, your brother's waiting. She said his name like it was a normal thing to know, like I'd introduced them. And the scariest part wasn't her hand on my arm. It was how easy it would have been to go with her, how comfortable my brain wanted that explanation. Brother, waiting. Safe, follow. She tugged, just once, gentle but firm, guiding me toward a narrow street away from the square, away from the lights, away from the noise. In that tiny moment, my thoughts tripped over one detail that didn't fit. My brother doesn't shout in crowds. He wears hearing aids. Loud places overwhelm him. He doesn't even like phone calls. He texts me because calls make his ears ache. So why would he be here, yelling my name into fireworks? I looked at her again. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. And when I didn't move, her grip tightened. Not hard, not enough for anyone to notice, but enough for me to feel the decision being made for me. My mouth went dry. I forced a laugh, the way you do when you're trying not to startle something dangerous. Sorry, I said, stepping sideways instead of back. Where is he? Her eyes flicked behind me, quick as a dart. He's right there, come on. But she didn't point. She just pulled again. That's when the voice hit a third time. Closer, urgent, almost angry. Mina, don't walk away. I didn't even turn toward it. I turned toward the brightest thing I could see. A cluster of security and a street vendor under a harsh lamp. I lifted my phone, not even to call yet, just to have something in my hand that made me look occupied, connected, harder to peel away. The woman's smile slipped for half a second. Her hand dropped off my sleeve like she'd never touched me at all. I moved faster. I didn't run. Running makes you look like prey. But I walked with purpose, shoulders up, straight line, eyes forward, like I belonged to someone. When I reached the light, I finally breathed. I called my brother. He answered, sleepy and confused, music thumping behind him. Hey, he said, what's up? You okay? I didn't tell him the whole thing, not at first. I just listened to his voice, his real voice, coming from my phone, from a real place, from 10 miles away. I just wanted to hear you, I said. There was a pause, and then his tone softened. You sure you're okay? I looked back toward the crowd. The square was still bursting with celebration. People laughing like nothing bad could exist in the middle of so many witnesses. I am now, I said, and I meant it. I stayed near the light until the fireworks ended and the streets began to thin. And the whole walk home, I kept thinking about how close it was, how a single familiar word in the right voice at the right time almost convinced me to follow a stranger into the dark, all because my brain wanted a comforting story more than it wanted the truth.